Let's start recording. It's happening. Um, Hello. It's my every when I walk by people at work. Hello. Howdy. Morning.
Yeah, howdy.
Howdy. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Howdy, partner.
so yeah, I mean, for me, it's tough because I am in the universe of Teams messages. So when I'm working with a group of trainers, someone's got to be the first person to send the message of
Come
hello
on.
to the group chat.
Or come off mute. Anybody want to come off mute?
Well, that's only if there's a meeting, but
That's true.
we have to start calibrating when the day starts. So it's always who's going to be the first person to send the first message of the day, and you run out when you're typing things. It's more awkward because you don't want to. You can't do what you would normally do, like face to face. You can't just be like, "Hey," to a group chat, because it sounds like you're standoffish, right? So you have to use way more exclamations than you actually use in person. Hey, everyone! So
Hey,
everything
Jeff.
seems cheesy, but either way, I try to greet people with gifts, but I'm even running out of gifts.
Oh, really? I think maybe just in our HR group chat we have some gifts, but it doesn't cross job profiles, I feel like in our division all of us HR folk have our own kind of tight-knit group where we can have a little more fun than if it's got store managers involved in it, or compliance people, or corporate kind of things. And I mean, whatever, we can't go crazy. You can't go crazy on teams when you're in HR, kind of, can't really
I
can't
don't think I could live that life, man.
can't do that now. Well, you had a very robust teams day this week. really good, really good meeting. That you showed us, ranking all of your
Oh, well, yeah,
Avengers movies
yeah,
together. That's a
three,
good day of
three,
work.
yeah. It's critical data crunching of ranking the Infinity Saga movies from best to worst in
Dude,
Marvel.
that's a great day.
So yeah, you gotta. I mean, if we don't crunch the data, who will? It's for historical purposes potentially. So
But it
gotta
was
get the data out
also, do I still have it? Who'd you send it to?
there.
It's fun. We're at different whittled down tiers also of our chat.
Yes,
our
that's
chat
right.
groups.
So it's in the 6 man
The sixth fan.
the 6 man chat.
Okay, here's just if anybody's watching. It was color coded, everything. So they had all the ranks. It goes green. Green's S tier, and I guess red is
Yeah.
probably down at the bottom, D tier, F tier. But your top two, guess at home, the top two in this ranking, Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. So the two long ones.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some of these. Iron Man 3 gets the shaft. Is it
Yeah.
bad? Is it that bad?
I mean, it was so unnecessary. It didn't it just wasn't needed. You didn't need a third Iron Man movie. It's what it boils down to.
Wow. But that's good work. That's
It
good
is.
work. And what's not good work? I got to tell you, after this intro, I did data crunch. Speaking of data crunch, our NFL bets for
Oh,
this
good.
year so far.
Oh, good. So we'll actually
You're
have
doing
numbers.
all right. I'm doing bad. So I say
Okay.
at the top of the show, let's give out our bets so that people can get them in. Even though it's too late, it's already.
Right.
We
I
really
don't
should do is look at
I
look at
still
next
don't-
week's bets.
Oh, should we?
That would be
Should we start doing that? Should we do this week and next week so that when this week's
Yeah.
comes out, when this episode comes out, people can actually bet
Can make their
against our
money. They
bets?
can start cashing in. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what we'll do. We'll do week 4 and week 5 bets on this show.
Let's go.
I've confused my priorities. Isn't it supposed to come to me? Yes, this is how it's meant to be. Every little thing flashing on a screen.
There we go. I'll sort of shorten it up. I'll sort of shorten. What am I saying? Words. Holy fuck. Yeah, you are. On our three weeks of 3 bets, you're 5-4.
Okay.
And
Against
two of
the
those
spread,
wins
so
are.
that's actually money.
And 2 of those wins are against me. So every week we've made, 1 bet against each other where we each take the other side. So I'm 1-8. So I've only won one against you.
So Matt's the real money because if you bet
Yeah,
against Matt, if you fade
Yeah,
Matt,
that's what I'm saying. Fade me, you'd be 8-1. All right.
Wow.
You'd be in the money. And it really hurts because like last week I had the Rams, I think, plus 3.5 over the Eagles, and they were set. They were.
oh my God,
And
that bet was like 20 points secured.
I know. That's just kind of the way this year's gone for me. I'm kind of taking it on the chin for winning the strap last year that's behind me. I think it doesn't go unpunished. It doesn't go unpunished.
Did you actually bet that? Did you live bet that?
It was one of my parlays,
okay.
too.
Because of the way that it ended. I'm just realizing, I'm like, oh, that was fine until they unnecessarily returned a blocked
Because the
field
Rams
goal.
not only were going for they were down by 2, so they had already covered. So I was already in the money. And then they were I don't care if they make the field goal per se, I already got the cover.
Oh, no.
But not only did they not make the field goal at the end of the game to win, it got blocked and the Eagles ran it all the way down for a touchdown.
I didn't even
So it's
think
like,
of how
holy
much of
fuck.
Oh, what a brutal bet.
Yeah. But that's just the way this year's gone. And then we were watching Monday Night Football. I was up in my fantasy league. I had a guy going to Zay Flowers, going up against David Montgomery, who proceeded to get like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just could not be stopped.
And
It's
Zay
as
Flowers
if
had,
the
like, a
defense
catch
was
for
allergic to
17
tackling
yards.
him. Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, football's fun this year. It's really fun. But much like you in week 1, I won't have to be subjected to it all day today. Because I will be going to a 1 p.m. birthday party for a young 65-year-old baby. Just kidding. It's my dad. He's 65. But fortunately, my family's pretty into the ball, so it'll be on.
I was going to say, I'm like, you're probably still going to watch.
Yeah. What do you get? I mean, I definitely don't still have to go get something within the next few hours, but what do you get for a guy who turns 65?
Well,
I don't know.
It's obvious. I don't know. Yeah, do you with adults, do you lean in, especially a retired adult, do you lean into their hobbies or do you go, you're so full of free time, I'm going to push a new hobby onto you? Like, I feel like when people are retired, you have even more of a broad brush to paint with because you can be like, you should get into this hobby because you have so much time that you can just be offered hobbies. So, yeah, do you go into something that you know your dad's going to like, or do you kind of go out the range of you find something you think's interesting and push it upon him?
I've tried that. I think he's pretty stuck into his stuff.
Okay.
So I might.
I have not had good results with that.
Yeah. He's into fishing, boating, and just like home repair. like you can't go wrong with like a Bass Pro and Home Depot gift cards. Maybe I'll do $65 gift cards of each and just, have fun with it.
There you go.
I don't know. I started to give him some trading cards here and there, but I can't tell if he's really into them. Or it was like, maybe I'll go to the card shop and get him like a signed, like, player who played for Ohio State or something because he likes them. Maybe they have something there. So he might be into some memorabilia. Maybe I'll start there and then go from that. But yeah, the Sunday birthday party.
Hey, give
When
him a
will it
nice
ever end?
Get him a nice Terrell Pryor Oakland Raiders card.
Terrell Pryor. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So, I've got my FanDuel pulled up. If everybody wants to lock in,
All right.
get yours up. Start making some money. It's time. It's time.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
That's our.
So,
That's our. Now that's the cue to this bit. Is not
Yeah.
a song or anything. Just someone. Just a Dumb and Dumber. You are one pathetic loser. Okay.
well, I will have made way more money in gambling if I would have done the exact opposite of what I've done. I really need to start doing that, like George Costanzing it, like just the opposite. You know,
Yeah. Whatever comes to mind in your head, just do the opposite.
what does he do? Doesn't he like hit on the girl at the diner? He's like, "I'm balding, I'm unemployed, and I live with my mother." And then she's like, "Oh, really?" She's like interested. All right. So these are for week 4. So you guys aren't going to be able to bet on these, even if you would. But this is just to establish the untarnished record that we have, or that I have at least. So,
All right.
should I? Oh fuck. I'm gonna. If you lose to them, you got to start going with them. I'm gonna go Eagles -3.5 at the Buccaneers.
Okay.
At the Buccaneers. This is gonna get me back on track. Obviously. Baker Mayfield might not play and all that shit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just bet against me. Get your free monies.
I'm gonna go Chargers -6.5 at the Giants. I don't know,
bad.
man.
Not bad.
Jackson Dart in his first NFL game.
Yeah.
The Chargers are 3-0. The Giants are
That's
0-3.
good.
I don't
good.
see that being too much of a stretch.
And tell me if you ever want to take the other side on any of these, then we can do that. But 9.5. The Browns are underdogs to the Lions. It's not that I think the Lions aren't good. It's just I think Cleveland's defense, you guys, we've been talking about it for years. And, all of us in the football know that the Browns defense is here. And it's their season. They're the best unit on the field.
It could be like a 22-16, maybe.
Yeah. So Cleveland +9.5. Cleveland rocks, you guys.
I'm gonna go. Give me. I got it. You know what? I'm gonna go. Ravens -2.5. They can't possibly go 1-3. So Ravens -2.5. They're gonna win. They're gonna win
against the Chiefs.
Against the Chiefs. They're gonna win a good solid game. The Chiefs are gonna go to 1-3. Actually, that's what's wild is one of these teams has to go 1-3. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens. Ravens are gonna pull out the win in Kansas City.
All right. So let's go through some of these games, see if there's a side that you like, so that one of us can at least be guaranteed to win.
I'm gonna opposite you. I'm gonna choose because
Okay.
you've been oppositing me. You certainly did last week. So pick your third, and from one of your 3 bets, I will pick to go the opposite of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how we should have did it. That's a
Yeah.
good way
Now
to do
I
that.
just developed this in my head, like as we were doing this. I'm like, hey, why don't we just do that every other week? And I'll do the 3 bets next week, and you pick one of those 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go Patriots over the Panthers -1.5. -5.5. What did I say?
No, it's
-5.5.
5.5. So
Yeah.
Panthers at home -5.5 over the Panthers.
Patriots home.
God damn it! Patriots at
Minus
home
five and a half.
-5.5 against the Panthers.
So my bets
Ooh.
were Patriots -5.5 over Carolina,
that's
Cleveland
interesting.
+9.5 over Detroit, and Philly -3.5 over the Buccaneers at Tampa Bay.
Okay.
What do you want for your guaranteed lock of the week?
So let me see 1 second.
And boom goes the dynamite.
So wow, you're taking the 1-3, no, the 1-2 Patriots to have a really good showing against a team who just won 27-0 against the Falcons.
That's right. That's right.
That's tempting. That's tempting to bet the other side of that. However, I would also be betting
See?
the opposite of the Panthers
See?
going away.
Yeah.
That feels really hard to do.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be that one, or do I think the Lions are going to come out and just punish fuck the Browns? Those are the two options I have.
Oh shit.
Lions giving
Punish
9.5 or getting 5.5 with the Panthers against the Patriots. Man, that is a really tough. Those are both really interesting bets. I think I'm going to go let's go Panthers. Let's get crazy on the game that no one actually gives a shit about. So,
no
yeah,
one will watch this at all.
I'm going to take the
And this
Panthers
is
plus
just-
5.5.
And this is all just window dressing, obviously. This is just for context purposes, because now, folks, without knowledge of Week 4, we will put in our
Right.
bets for Week 5 when you can put action on these.
Right.
So now what-
So this
okay,
is
so
this
now-
is the real important stuff that you guys have been begging us for.
This is where you guys stand to make money,
Yeah.
at least by fading
All right,
me.
I'll start it. These games are. Hold on.
I've
Okay,
got
so
it. It
starts
starts with Thursday
Thursday,
with the Niners
set.
at the Rams.
Niners Rams. Okay, so I'm gonna go. That week, I'm gonna go. Give me the
You're
Eagles -4.5 at home against the Denver Broncos.
wow. It's hard to not go Eagles.
It really is.
As much as I would love to take the Denver defense there, I just don't trust a man by the name of Bo. Knicks.
He's not
Jackson's fine. All right, I'll just start. Dude, should the Dolphins be favored over anybody, even if it is the Carolina Panthers? Ridiculous.
Ooh.
All right, here's one. The Giants should not be favored against anybody, even if it's the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to take the Saints +1.5 over the Giants at home.
Yeah. I will take. You know
It's
what?
really just kind of
Give me.
paints a picture of what goes through our mind for people listening. Like when we do, so we've already spent more time on this one than I actually will, like right before the games kick off.
Correct.
Like, I'm just like hitting. I'm just like poo 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 parlays. Let's go.
Give me
Throw away cash.
the London breakfast special. Give me the Cleveland Browns internationally +4.5 against the Minnesota
Dude,
Vikings.
I was looking at that. The Vikings shouldn't be 4.5-point favorites over anybody. Let's go. Jeez. How can the Ravens be 9.5-point favorites over the Texans? That's a lot. That's a lot of points. I'm gonna. Jeez. Where do the Cowboys have any kind of audacity to be favored? Give me the New York Jets +2.5 over Dallas.
All right, I like that. I think that's a pretty solid bet. You know what? And I'm gonna go for a true shellacking event. Give me the Buffalo Bills -10.5 at home against the Patriots for Sunday Night Football. Let's go with it. A good old-fashioned Josh Allen nationally broadcast drudging of the New England Patriots.
I can't go against you on that one, so I've got either. Jeez.
The London
I
game.
don't like the other side of any of these.
Or the Eagles game. Yeah, you you were complimenting both of my bets on those, so Godspeed.
I do think the Bills are going to destroy the Patriots. You know what? I could see a world where even if Cleveland's defense holds up against the Vikings, they only score 3 points.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so I'll take Minnesota minus 4.5.
Minnesota's
over-
going to win that game 9-3.
Yeah, I could see that happening. So there's your locks of week 5. Dude, I'm telling you, I want somebody to make somebody please let us know if you make these bets. We've got at least, a handful of guys that listen to this that are, derelict.
He's
with
trying
their
not
money,
to say
so.
degenerate gamblers.
Yeah.
Say it a little fancier.
Yeah.
But there are 2 people that could be the ones making those bets, and maybe both will, maybe one will, but there are 2 guys that'll absolutely make those bets. I mean,
I could see somebody making a 5-game parlay with all those.
oh my God.
Just go against us. All right. Have you ever won, what's the biggest prize you've ever won? Like, what's the biggest bet you've ever won? Or have you ever won, like, a 50-50? Or ever won, like,
Interesting.
a raffle?
What is the largest prize I've ever won? Or the best
or most
prize
memorable?
I've ever won? I would say, I think probably at...
Besides being born white in America. That doesn't
Oh,
count.
wow. That is
We're
awful.
talking about real prizes.
I got on a video poker, I got a royal flush once on a $3 bet. I went rogue for a couple of hands and did a $3 bet, and I think I won $2,400 on a video poker.
Shit. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. That is pretty legit. All right.
Yeah, and that's I don't bet that much in anything. It was just right place, right time, hammed it up. I think I was up a little, so I'm like, I'll just ham it up for a few bets, and yeah, that was pretty
Dude.
nice. And that was when that went right to putting a down payment on my house. Like that's when it happened. Was when I was like in the process of buying the house, and so I'm like, I'll just put that on a down payment on my house.
Oh, jeez. That's
Yeah.
the world telling you. That is good. Damn. I mean, it's amazing because I think people always want to win like the big Powerball, who the fuck wouldn't want to win that? But, I'm like, I just want to, it'd be cool to win like a $30,000 scratch off one day just because it's like just
would be
enough
neat.
money to like do something with, and it's not going to change your life, but it can at least like, if you're want to buy a house, get a new car, anything like that, just something, just a little nice little life upgrade.
We don't talk about those. Like, hey, if you won $50,000, what would you do? Because it's always like, if you won $1 billion, what would you do? It'd be like, I'd buy a fucking giraffe. Ah! Like, there's no need to do that. But if you won 50 grand, what would you do with the 50 grand? You kind of, I think you're right in the idea that it's like, let me get the new car. I probably wouldn't pay for it in cash because I don't know why. But I put a good hefty down payment on a car, maybe set myself up with like a 3-year loan or something like that. But get a solid car and maybe tell myself and then just take a trip. Like just take a guilt-free trip that you could be like, I'm going to put $10,000 towards going on a trip and I'm going to spend that $10,000. Like almost tell myself you are going to spend this. So on the trip, you just do adventurous things and you kind of commit to spending that money because that's not how I normally act. So doing that would be a big thing for me.
It is funny. It's well-tread territory on this program but yeah, you're not one to just like spend frivolously with your dollars. But then you were just talking about video poker, and I was like, I just can't see you walking past a video poker machine without dropping something in it. just walking right by it. Like even if we're going like, remember that in Atlantic City or whatever, going, it's like, oh, we'll go play, yeah, whatever game we're going to play. But as soon as you walk by like a video poker screen, you're like, let me just real quick. I'm not going to sit down. I'm just gonna just drop a quick couple bets in here.
Yep.
Yeah, and on sports gaming, all that stuff. I've never probably the most memorable. Well, obviously we had the story of my Brad Marchand overtime game winner and
I like that.
the finals this year. That was a nice little $10 into 700 or whatever it was. That was a nice gain. That I can't wait to get taxed on next year, which is bullshit. Somehow, I'm not going to report it, you guys. Just so you know, USA, I'm not reporting that. You're going to have to find me. You're going to have to find me.
You're gonna have to fucking kill me.
I'm gonna be like, wait, why do I owe $250? This is ridiculous. In Vegas, most memorable. I've never won. I don't think more than like $1,000 even on it, unless I'm totally forgetting about it. I have. Well, I did in our fantasy league last year, I guess technically, winning. Well, pretty close to it, but Vegas. Over a decade ago, blackjack at the Bellagio. So I was playing $5 mins at like another hotel. I went to the Bellagio where the lowest min we could find was 25. I was like, oh fuck, and I had made like maybe $100. I was like, I guess I can throw down a few bets here without feeling too bad about it. I don't know. It's like I'll just do a couple and then I'll just and I'm on one and I'm like, because it's scary because you know what you're supposed to do. But when it's $25, you get
when it comes to like double downs and splits, and you're like, shit.
So that's where I was at. I forgot what he had, but it was something where I had sixes, and based on what he had, I was like, well, by the book, I need to split, and then it came up. So I had to split like 4 or 5 times, just because that was the way. Like it was the right thing to do, and I was like, fuck, you're just like shaking, putting down 20. I was like, god damn it, I gotta keep doing it. Like that's the math of it, and I did it. And I won like all 5 hands. Like he busted or something like that. So I won all 5, and I won like $600 or $700 on that. Wow. It's like crazy. So I was like, okay. And then I stopped. That was one of them. So I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That'll pay for the rest of the night.
You literally got like a night's worth of fear and rush of gambling in one hand. Yeah, you're like, I can't do this again.
Yeah, I know. But there's still. I feel like there's still some kind of major award out there for me. Can I claim that? Can I say that? I don't know. I'm all right. I do okay. I don't really need anything, but I just want, just again, 50K. Just 50K. That's all I'm asking for. Just keep it easy, keep it nice, keep it smooth. But yeah, I wore a baseball tee today. See?
I did see
That's like
that,
the most generic baseball tee you could ever think of. For the listeners, it's just like one of those white tees with the blue sleeves. If you looked up generic baseball tee, that's what I have on. Today's the last day of the MLB season. Are you excited, Jeff, for the playoffs and the Yankees? Or are you afraid?
I am. It'd be nice if they could get the bye, but I don't. That's very unlikely. It's kind of a they have to win and Toronto has to lose. So not a great situation for them to be in, but
either way they have to play the Red Sox and then the Blue Jays, right? If they, okay, I don't know
because so if they win and if they get the bye,
I know baseball,
right? And you clearly don't. But if they get the bye, the Red Sox will play the Blue Jays. If Yankees get the bye, the Red Sox will play at the Blue Jays, a 3-game series. And then the winner of that potentially could play the Yankees if the So Cleveland and Detroit are going to play each other. They just don't know who's going to go to who. That's kind of what's cool about that. Is Cleveland and Detroit are definitely playing each other. They just have no idea where it's going to happen because they're going to be the 3 and the 6 seed.
Is it the lowest seed then goes to the number 1
the
seed?
The lowest seed would then go to the Yankees if the Yankees get the bye. So if whoever won that, if they were the 3 wild cards. So it's too hard to predict. It's still very much a clusterfuck in the AL.
It is cool that I've just started to look at it this week. For some reason I didn't realize the wild card. I forgot. I don't know. I thought it was like a 1 game thing. It's a best of 3.
Because it's over the last 5 years. It's been 3 different things over the last 5 years. They gradually got to this 3 wild card thing, which is allegedly where they're planning on staying. So for like 2 or 3 years, it was 2 wild card teams that played a 1-game playoff to get to the division series. Then it became 3 wild cards, and now they do a 3-game series all at one location to do that. So that's why, is because it's changed over the last few years. So people are now just starting to get comfortable with understanding how it works.
Jeez.
Shut up! You're killing me, Smalls.
It sucks if you're like the other division winner, like the third division winner. That's because you still have to play in the first round.
All you get is to host, which is good though, because the AL it's a perfect example of why that's good, is because whoever wins that AL Central between Detroit and Cleveland, they did markedly lower performing than the top 2 in the AL. So that's actually and same actually goes for the NL too. The top 2 seeds did perform throughout the season much better than the 3rd division winner. So I actually like it because the division winner, they are still technically playing for stuff at the end of the year. So it does improve September baseball because everyone has a reason to keep playing. And with the World Series, the home field advantage is no longer based off of the All-Star game, which it was for years. The World Series home field advantage is based,
off
of
rule.
Whoever has the best record. So everyone is playing for something in September, which is good. That's the way it should be, is everyone has to compete.
Well, that is cool. I mean, because I've just started looking at it this week, and I was like, damn, this is like really close. So it's actually coming down to the last day. Yeah. That rule was so dumb. Whoever wins, stop making the All-Star game matter. Nobody cares.
Let's
Nobody
have
cares
an
about the All-Star
exhibition
game.
match that actually matters a ton, but not for the guys playing in it.
So your regional sports franchise has a good shot.
Yeah.
The Phillies. Do you think you would go to have you ever been to a playoff game?
It's so expensive. To go to a playoff game for not my team is really tough unless I had a really good deal, like last minute was able to get a reasonable ticket, I would. But even the division round is like $500 to go to a division, get like $300, $400, $500 for nosebleeds. And I'm like, I don't want to pay that to go to a playoff game. Now, World Series, if I could pay $300, $400 to go to a World Series game, absolutely, I would, just for the experience. But the cost of live tickets are just so fucking expensive that if it's not my team playing, I really don't want to spend that.
What's your limit if the Yanks and the Phillies make the World Series?
Jesus Christ. If Yankees played the Phillies in the World Series and they came to Philadelphia?
Yeah.
800, probably.
Okay.
I'd say 800. I'd pay.
That's fair. I mean, it seems like it'd be worth it. I've never been to an NHL playoff game, and I might not in the near term, but
you would only
I
go
would
for
certainly.
Bruins. Is that what that's insinuating?
Probably, unless I lived right in the city. Like if I lived in whatever.
It'd be cool to go to a small market
Philly,
city, though, where you know it's not going to be expensive. Go to a small market game.
Well, I don't think I'm going to Buffalo anytime soon. For one,
no, you won't.
I mean, if I lived in, I don't know,
but it wouldn't work in Buffalo.
Denver.
Too, because, ticket prices would be expensive in Buffalo because
it'd be the first time,
and they're hockey
true,
people.
Yeah.
What you have to do is go to a southern state where they don't give a shit about hockey. That's your best bet.
Yeah, but they only give a shit about it when they're in the playoffs because they're fair weather fans, you know. Yeah. So that's when they do care. Like if I lived in Nashville and they were in the playoffs, I would definitely go to a game. That
For
seems
sure.
like it'd be fun.
That would be cool. That's what I was gonna say. Is I feel like Nashville fans don't really give a shit.
Yeah. They do when they are in the playoffs again, because then there's Smashville, and they can all unite on that, and they can have the big banners on Broadway, or whatever that street's called there.
Cool.
I'm gonna shift gears here because I was having a conversation with somebody this week, and they were like, "Oh, I forgot Barbara Walters died," and I was like, "What?" Like, didn't that happen a while ago? And I was like, "Wait, just now? Did that just now happen?"
Right, like earlier.
I was like, but it got me thinking. Like, there's a bunch of people that you can't really place when they die, especially like in the last few years when COVID was going on, and pre-COVID and after COVID and all these years, and like it's just, like people don't know when famous people died. So I was like, I'm gonna make a list of famous people who died and what year it was.
I thought you were gonna be like, well, I have a game, Jeff. Tell me if this famous person is dead or not, and just give me a list of people of whether or not they're dead.
That's a good game too.
That's a good
game
bit.
too. All right. Well, it leans into that, but I have some names, and it kind of fucks with your mind to like see if you can like. It's just more of like a game about time and when does
pinpoint when they died.
Time happen, and yeah, when did
Okay.
So
Okay.
when did these people die?
Okay.
All right.
Sorry for your loss. If any of our listeners are related to these people, I'm so sorry
know.
for your loss, and that we're making a bit out of it.
And this one literally came up too, like maybe a month or two earlier, because nobody could place it, and the guesses were all over the place. But Prince.
No one could place the year.
Yeah, they couldn't figure out. I was like,
So
was it a
what's
few
the
years
first
ago?
one?
Was it Prince?
Okay. Prince is pre-COVID. That's easy. Prince is okay. Let me see here. Super Bowl halftime show was dedicated to him. I think that was probably the one at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota. That would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Speaking of, do you remember his Super Bowl performance at the Colts Bears Super Bowl in like
Oh, was that Prince that year?
06?
05, 06?
Yeah. Remember he did the silhouette playing the guitar behind the big white
Yes.
sheet, and he just did a guitar penis. It was just like, it's a
What a
great
rascal.
performance. Yes.
What a rascal.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Prince left us in 2016.
Dude, wow. 4/21/16. Jeez.
Woo!
Damn. Because some people were guessing, it's like, wasn't it like 2 years ago that Prince died? Like, that's just what, I mean, I get it. Like, nobody thinks about it per se, but you're just like, you sort of remember it and you sort of
It's
don't.
way better when you write them off earlier. It sounds more fucked up. Like, it's like, oh, that's nice that you really felt like he's been still recent, but it's more fucked up when you're like, didn't he die 20 years ago? Dude, he died last year. You're like, okay, all right. Feeling good.
Here's
good answer.
one
good
that
answer.
it might be too easy, but we'll see. I still remember where and when this was, but Kobe.
Kobe Bryant. Ooh. That's tough. Pre-COVID. Fudge. 20... I'm going to go 2019. Lock it in.
2020, the COVID. The only reason I remember is because it was like a month before COVID started, so it was like such a big news, and all of a sudden it was like
late,
gone.
I thought it was late 2019. Yeah. That's weird.
It was like
so it was early
end of
2020.
January 2020. Dude, I was working at the bookstore. I remember that. That was like one of the ones you remember with.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, "What the fuck?" It just busted out on the news, and it's like that can't be true. He's like young,
right? 43 or something at the time. Like, was yeah. And on a
Speaking of
helicopter, so
young-
you're like, wait, I'm so confused. What do you mean Kobe died in a helicopter crash and it crashed into like a mountain or something? I'm like, what is happening?
truly awful. It sounds terrible. Like it. Ugh. Would you ever go on a helicopter? By the way,
Ooh, that is an interesting one. Helicopters
I think my
are
friend
terrifying flying
Sarah-
machines to me.
yeah. My friend Sarah, I think, had to learn it and train with it to like for like nursing stuff for like transport,
Like
medical
transport?
transport. So it's like, I mean, most of the time it goes well. It just seems like whenever
Well,
it doesn't,
sure.
it's all
the
over the news.
percentages are most helicopters don't
Yeah.
crash. I understand
Yes.
the math. But
Like hundreds every day that are fine. It's like
what the best about helicopters is it seems like they were a necessity at the time, but it feels like we've made advances that they're ignoring in like aviation. Like helicopters, like, nah, we're still good with this whole like two propeller type thing. And when you see them like landing and they're like janky, I'm like, how are we still banking on this? Like, I feel like we're ignoring potential advancements. So I've never been on a helicopter. I probably would, but man, I don't know if I could enjoy it. Aviation is interesting, and the helicopters they look wacky, and I've seen too many movies where helicopter things go awry.
yeah, and it's only a matter of time before like, because every reality show has some kind of helicopter scene on it at some point where they either bring contestants to a game on the water or like
Celebrity,
on
like,
The Bachelor, they're
appearance.
bringing them on a date or something like that.
It's true.
It's just going
Reality
to take one
TV
of those.
does love
for it to go-
helicopters. Reality
Yeah.
TV does love helicopters.
And just by the numbers, the more they keep doing it, at some point something's going to go wrong. It'll ruin
in
the
our
season.
in our sick society, they're going to be like, I think we just got to show it in the episode. Like they're going to make the ratings will be sick.
The screen will go black. Yeah, it'll just do like then the F.
Audio.
That'll go right to the panel. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
crying. How about Paul Walker?
Ooh. When did Paul Walker?
Oh,
I think that was. I was gonna say. I'm like that's during Fast 8, 9. I don't know which
Yeah, I
Fast
think-
and Furious, but the best is it doesn't matter because that won't help me either. I'm gonna say Paul Walker. Give me 20 pre-COVID, 2017. Fuck.
2013.
Holy shit.
See, dude.
Paul Walker died 12 years ago?
I know. He would still be a young man today.
Wow.
How about Patrick Swayze,
Oh, Patrick Swayze, we lost to cancer.
the stud?
That was a tough one. That's been a while since the Swayze has been gone. Was he pre-Paul Walker? I feel like he was. What did we just say Paul Walker was? 2013?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Swayze was 2011.
2009. So in the ballpark. It was also like he had cancer for a long time too, right? And he sort of like went away for a while, and then he like popped back up in like Donnie Darko, and then he sort of went away again.
Point Break. I remember him most from Point Break.
Obviously,
That's
all
what I
time.
remember him most.
Cinema. A couple of your boys here. Let's go. Alex Trebek. Do you remember where you were when this happened? I mean, this was kind of like known too. He was sick, right? He was.
Yeah, because he didn't last long after he was off the show. Like when the show ended, or when he stopped filming, he wasn't in a good spot. Now his was different. So when did Ken take over? Or well, they did like Ken didn't take over officially for a while because they did celebrity hosting for a long time. I feel like that was during COVID, the weird transitional time. I'm gonna say Alex was, but not too far. I'm gonna say Alex was late 2020.
November 8th, 2020.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
You were right on the pulse of that one. You're like late transitional COVID. You're like, that's very accurate. Very accurate. Robin Williams.
Okay, pre-COVID. Awful celebrity death. Like one of my like top. If I made a Mount Rushmore of celebrity deaths that upset me, this is on there. 20. I'm doing 2 years. He's around the Prince time. So I'm going to say 2016.
2014.
2014. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck.
It's weird to like place yourself where you might have been at that time and like
Right.
having that news. How about Dick Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke, alive and well, baby. Fucking still kicking it. Still kicking it, baby.
So he's like one of those ones
99. I think he's 99 now.
Yeah.
Dude's
It's
fucking
like,
still like going to red carpet events and shit. Dick Van Dyke still looks happy as can be. Dude is fucking taking a shit
know.
on Death's fucking
he's like
plan.
he's just one of those ones you would assume it'd be dead, you know.
Yeah. Someone could be like, I think he died in 1983, and people are like, yeah, that sounds right. Oh, he's still alive? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke is still fucking killing it.
How about the uncelebrated demise and passing of Farrah Fawcett?
Shit. Now, this is the problem.
Yes.
All right.
Because that also means, you know where I'm going.
Because it
with
also
this.
means it's the day Michael Jackson died.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Yeah.
poor Farrah Fawcett got like 2 hours of talk because I think she went first.
Yeah, she did earlier in the day, and then
Earlier
later
in the day. And then it's like, well, this is the day to mourn Farrah. What, sorry, what was that? Oh my God, Michael Jackson died. So yep,
Yeah.
no one, man, she got the shaft. All right, I think it's. Tell me if I'm right with the month first. Is it September?
No. Bold strategy.
I thought it was September. That's weird. So I'm going to say then it's October. 2009.
June 25th, 2009.
June. Okay.
Dude. I know. Then it was like all the talk was Michael after that. Because then it was like whatever drugs he was on. Farrah Fawcett.
That's the problem too. Is right. His
yeah.
was like scandal based, so it was even
Yeah.
more reason to talk about it. And yeah, Farrah Fawcett's just nope.
How about one more? Carrie Fisher. Princess Leia.
That's actually going to be. I'm not going to get this one right because that's. Ooh.
I probably wouldn't have either. I
don't
remember
think
like
I'll
when
get
it
this
happened,
right.
but I'd have to place it next to like Star Wars movie releases and stuff, and it's all
Because right, wasn't it near a release?
Yeah. It's like in the new movies.
But was she in episode 7? Like actually acted in it?
She was.
She was alive in 7, but then they digitally put her into 8, right?
They had some stuff already filmed. I think it was during it. So
Okay.
some stuff they did, and I think they had to like change up a bit of the story, probably.
See, but even putting it in episode 7, I don't even remember when episode 7 was released, so that strategy doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. I'll say Carrie Fisher 2016.
That's right.
Okay.
That is right.
I got 2
December
correct.
27th, 2016.
Or no, I got 3. I got 3 correct. I got
I mean, the fact that you even got, you're pretty in the wheel. I mean, you know death. Jeff, you do know death. You're just...
Well, I learned from the best. My dad focuses on a lot of people that die. So I am really in tune with piecing that together.
Is that just part of, like, when you get older? Like, my mom does that a lot, too. Like, when I'm at work and I see her, it's always, like, about somebody's death or somebody's sick, and it's the only
really?
thing she talks about.
That makes me feel a lot better because that is, I get that all the time. You know so-and-so? No, I don't know who that is. Well, remember so-and-so who lived 3 houses down from us 20 years ago? It's their cousin. I believe you. Am I supposed to?
Yeah.
Oh, am I supposed to like, and then I feel horrible about it because I'm like, I don't know how to put this, but I don't care. Like, and I shouldn't care because I don't know.
It's like you don't have a connection to them.
Yeah, I have zero connection. And knowing someone doesn't even mean necessarily that you have a connection with them or you are aware who they are. Doesn't mean you have a connection with them. Like, yeah, it's. I think it is. I think it's just I think it's a constant reminder of your own mortality, and if you're a person that hangs on to that, then I think that does come with time sometimes for people.
Well, even people our age, like she's like, "Oh, do you know so and so? I think he went to school with you." And I'm like, maybe I might remember the name.
It's even worse, man.
But don't, yeah.
Do you get it for like people that were like 2 years younger than your younger sister? Because that's what I get. I think they went to school with Bri. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe. I'm like,
it's like I could, and then I'm like, well, yeah, obviously it's tragic if they're like 40 years old.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
awful.
saying their death isn't of concern, but it's I can't care about the death of someone I don't really have a connection with. It's because to me it's actually not healthy to be affected by it. It's not. I think it's important to not take on that sorrow needlessly. If that makes sense.
Save it for when you need it.
No,
otherwise,
not stockpiling sorrow.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have trouble getting through every day, and that's not the case at all.
We wasted the good tears on you.
Yeah. You know, it's like not watching the news. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, I know what's going on, but I'm not going to bury myself in it day to day. I just can't live that way.
So,
can't. It's painful.
A couple interesting things happened to me this weekend, and I wanna talk about them before we wrap this bad boy up, because there's Sunday morning football going on right now, by the way.
That's true.
I was in a Walgreens, and I'm standing by the entrance because I'm using the ATM, and a person bikes into the Walgreens on a mountain bike. They stop after they get through the metal detectors, or not metal detectors, but the beep beep boop boops. They make sure people aren't stealing stuff.
Yeah.
They stop and they go to the person who's cashing someone out. They go, "Do you have a calendar?" I go, "Oh, they're coming in to buy a calendar." And she's like, "Stationery? Like, it's over in stationery." And I'm like, and the person on the bike is like, no. Like, "Do you have a calendar?" And I go, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what is happening right now? I was confused because someone on a bike just biked into Walmart or Walgreens. So then the person on the bike goes, "No. What day is it? What's the date?" And I'm like, oh my God, this is like Back to the Future. Was this a time traveling bike and they're just like showing up from the future? So that I go, it's the 27th. And they turn to me, the biker turns to me, and they go, "The 27th?" And I go, "Yeah." They go, "Saturday?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Okay." And the person at the counter's still like, "Did you say you needed calendars?" I'm like, you haven't heard any of what just transpired between them and me? And like the person on the bike's like, "No, I don't need, it's set," and just turns around and bikes out. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? I'm like, this is
Dude.
great. I'm like, I'm so happy this happened. But when they go, no, what's the date? All I could think of is Doc Brown, like, and being like, what year is it? Like, it felt so Back
Dude,
to the Future or time travel-y.
Yeah. I still would love to do that. It's at some point in my life. Just, what's the day? What's today? Or whatever. Yeah, September 27th. The year. What year is it? Like to somebody and just like, I want them to have that moment in their life too. Just to have that story.
Right, and then just drive
for them.
away. And just get in your car and be like, oh, God. Or if you, well, yeah, you need a method of escape. So if you're not into running, it's going to be hard because you don't want to get winded when they still are looking at you. So you'd have to sprint away. So the easiest thing would be, a bicycle wouldn't be a bad idea. But it's hard.
Yeah, because you don't know where they came from. Yeah, that's so
Correct.
good too. Like, just pause right there in an inconvenient spot.
Well, that's why you know where you need to do it. You need to do it in a big city where there's a lot of foot traffic, so you can just go to the next city block and fucking disappear in a crowd of people.
That's such a stupid question, though, too, from that guy. Like, he'd be terrible at 20 questions. Just like, I need to find out the date. Do you have a calendar?
Right. And I thought of that too. I'm like, just fucking ask what the date is. Why are we alluding to what you need like, do you have a calendar I can discreetly look at quick? What? Like, just fucking ask someone.
Do you have a calendar? Do you know how to read the calendar?
Even
Is
more
it on the correct
impressive
month?
Is I gave them the date, and they then confirmed it was Saturday. Because they didn't even say, what day is it? They go, what is the date? So they were specifically looking for a date, not a day of the week. So when I said 27, they go, Saturday? And I'm like, so in your head, do you already know that the 27th is a Saturday and you're just now confirming like what that date was? Like, so it was very, very odd, but I'm so happy it happened. Another thing is I parked in a parking lot, and one of the parking spots next to where I parked had a big rock in it. And there is nowhere where that rock could have come from nearby. Like, this rock was a foot diameter. A massive rock. Just sitting in a
Not
parking
like a cinder
spot.
block, just
Not
like
a
a
cinder block,
nature's
a rock,
nature's
like
own
nature
rock.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
million-year-old rock just sitting in a parking lot, nowhere near rocks. It almost looked like someone was saving the spot using this rock, like this is their reserve rock that they use. But I'm like, I was so confused. And of course,
Could
like,
it have-
I hate seeing that stuff because I think about it, and I'm never gonna forget that rock. I'm gonna forget a lot of things in my world, but I
So
won't
somebody
forget
must have
that rock.
intentionally brought it there, right?
I think so. But
For
where'd
what
they get it?
purpose?
Why did they put it there? Like, there's just a fucking rock.
Were they bring it somewhere else, and this is as far as they could make it? Yeah.
Were they carrying it? Were they in a car? Were they on a bike and they go, I got to stop trying to carry this rock on this bike? Like,
Yeah. Was fentanyl involved? In both of your
well,
stories.
in Central New York, yeah, you'd have to assume fentanyl was involved.
Yes, yeah. I'm just picturing like the Kinney's parking lot near me. I'm just like, what, it's just, I could see all that stuff going down there easily.
This is all normal. This is all fine.
Yeah. It's a regular day in the burn. I did tell my new boss, like somebody else took over the role,
Okay.
because she's still learning about Auburn and the Auburn store, but Auburn community in general.
Oh.
Because it's part of the Syracuse division, but not really. I mean, it is, but it's really alone on an island. And she came from like working in Corning. She's like more like working with the Southern tier stores. So I affectionately told her about, oh yeah, no, this is just a regular day in the dirty burn. She's like, what? The dirty what? Are you? She's like, I think she wanted to be insulted for me, and I was like, no, it's okay. I went to high school here. I can say that.
Yep.
I was like, I'm grandfathered in. We're allowed to say that. If you're from here, you can just freely say that, because that's partly, it's part of it. It's what it is. We know. We know.
Yep.
But she's got to learn about it, the dirty burn.
Don't try to be something you're not.
I was thinking, well, a kid left, somebody that works at the store, he's probably in his early 20s, left the store the other day. I was thinking about it because it would tie in with something you could buy at Walgreens too. It's always funny when you're in a Walgreens or a Kenny and like the stuff they have in there. Like if sometimes people go there to buy groceries, and like I don't know, it's a very bizarre world. I'm still not sure how like
What?
pharmacies like that exist still, and sell like,
Drugstores that sell like groceries.
yeah.
It's a little
Like,
odd to me. Yeah.
Has a few selections of deli meat, but then they have milk and some frozen stuff, and then like a lot of chips and
Cereals.
you know, chili, one kind of soup. It's like that kind of thing.
Yeah, a
Beef
can
stew.
of soup.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Spam. But there was a kid leaving work the other day, and it was like, God damn, just to be like 22 again, because he was leaving work with two things. He had a gallon of milk in one hand and a 12-pack of Budweiser in the other hand. I was like, are you going to eat? And I was like, what's the combo? It's just like, that's just the life. Like,
Milk,
just
though.
going home with, yeah.
Gallon of milk and then fucking, yeah, you know, right? Because all he has at home is like 3 boxes of cereal to switch it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
he's
like,
gonna
or he's
do
just going to
some
get
drinking.
Taco Bell probably or something. Yeah. Milks for the morning, but it's like, and I was like, oh, he must not be working tomorrow if he's getting a 12-pack of Budweiser. Nope, he was working the next day. So
Yeah,
I was
buddy.
like, that's awesome. It's like, that's just the life, you know? You can just rally. It's easy. You know, I'll probably have, I'm not going to do the full 12, but I'll probably have 9 of them. And I'll just go and be ready.
You know,
Yeah,
be a little conservative with it.
yeah. And I'll be ready for work tomorrow. Easy. No problem. All right. We've done it. I got to know, people. Let us know if you make any bets on our bets.
Yes, please.
And the next episode, we'll have to record in advance because Jeff's going to be gone for a little bit. And we'll find out why on the next episode. Very exciting. Very exciting news.
Yeah.
Well, and then it could be even more. We'll see. There's something in the works, you guys. If you guys are really like avid listeners and you know the lore of us as people and characters, you might know what's happening. But Jeff will be going on a little trip. I guess I'll just leave it at that. Cheerio. You got to start mastering that. Cheerio. Hip hop. Pip. Isn't it? Cheerio, isn't it?
Isn't it?